welcome everybody in the district and across the Commonwealth. We're here today at the Charleroi Area School District. This is the second of our 2 school visits. We want to share with people the amazing things that the administration and the teachers and right down to the security and janitor people. I mean, it's just amazing what's going on. So we wanted to do a tour today. Couldn't be with us today, but I want to personally thank Superintendent Zellick for making this possible. And I'd like to introduce Principal Brewer. He's the principal at the middle school. He's going to tell us a little bit about our tour today and a lot about STEM.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you today. So I want to talk to you today about our STEM program that ranges not only from the middle school but collaboratively across district buildings. STEM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. A combination of all 4 of these items go into one specific curriculum, and it basically encompasses a lot of our current curriculum. So we do a build-up of the 6th grade, starting in 6th grade. We want to get students working with simple machines. We want them working with our Hummingbird programming, which is a very basic programming for students who are beginners in this area. You know, I came to the middle school and I asked our teachers, how can we get kids excited about science? And once I asked that question, they took off and ran with it. So we got our programming skills going on in the 6th grade. We're working with our simple machines. You're going to be seeing a science experiment today where students are going to be working on chemical reactions, and they're actually going to be building slime. And then from there, we're going to take a look at some other things that we're doing in the 7th and 8th grade curriculums where they build upon their skills from 6th grade. And they're going to work on basic robotics. They're going to be working on the Lego bricks, where they program the Lego bricks and build cranes, little robots that they were excellent at building last year. And we're also going to take a look at some of our surveying equipment that our middle school students are doing high school and beyond jobs. We're talking about jobs here. And they're going to go out and they go to our local streams and they end up giving data to Washington County. And from there, we're going to take a look at our Literacy Cafe. And in the Literacy Cafe, it's a new idea for what the modern day library is. We base it off Starbucks, and we continue to build upon technology with Chromebooks.
Principal Brewer, I know the one memory that I have early on in January, we were invited to come up to the school and do a tour, and I think it was 4 students, and it was absolutely very obvious to us that they loved their school and they loved their teachers. So I hope you enjoy our tour today. We're going to see a lot, and hope you enjoy.
Water. The water goes in first.
Yeah, not yet. Do you want to add color? Wait, are we doing the snow?
What colors after water? What color we want to do?
Add to glue, add green.
What we're doing is conducting a state of matter lab where they have to figure out what state the slime is, and as they go through the process, what they find out is through research that it's not a solid, it's not a liquid, it falls in between. It's what they refer to as a non-Newtonian liquid. And so it exhibits signs of solids and of liquids. And the slime itself is a polymer chain. And so the way we try to explain it to them is it's sort of like spaghetti in a colander, where the polymer chains connect and they wrap around each other, and that's what enables it to sort of flow, but also exhibit the same characteristics as a solid. And so it's sort of a neat hands-on thing for them to see it happen, and there's an element of discovery learning too, because they're expecting it to be a solid or a liquid, but when they research it, they find out that it's neither. And so there's a little like surprise twist in there for them. And plus it's just kids this age, it's just a fun activity to get dirty and to, see a weird thing like slime. It makes the theory come alive. We could talk about non-Newtonian fluids or state change or states of matter, but unless they see it, it's just theory. But when they do it and it's hands-on, all the theory comes to life.
Hi, we're here today continuing our tour of Charleroi Area High School, and we're in the STEM lab, and I'm here with Sarah, and eventually we're going to meet Bradley. and we're going to take a little tour, and Sarah's going to explain to us what we do here in the STEM lab.
In the STEM lab, we have a lot of activities that we go through. We just keep adding on. So I'm going to take you through the sections and tell you what they're about. Over here, we have the Raspberry Pi section. These can be used to program computers such as robots, lights, other computer programs, and soundboards. You can do a lot of things on them. They're internet access. They have Office. So you can do school projects on them, anything like that. These people over here can probably show you what they're doing right now. Jenna, can you show them what you're doing?
Yes, we are starting a program to appear on the Sense Hat. So you'll put in the code for it, and then it'll appear here.
Each color has a code. We have them up on the wall over there. And when you enter the code, it registers in the system. So we use the Sense hats on the back there. That's what we're using to light it up. And it can do that. Delaney over here is working on Premiere Pro. It's our editing system for doing computers. We're currently watching a video about the STEM we do in our school. We made for a competition in PA.
What I really love about this entire room pretty much is the Raspberry Pis and learning different things. You can do so much stuff on it, and I really can't wait to try new things and learn different stuff and programs.
My favorite part about everything we do in here is like opening up to new experiences. I never thought that I'd be able to do something like this, and now I get the chance to do it, and I like doing it.
I've been working on this project. This one has been already built for us, and then we used this last year in the STEM video, like we said. We used it as an introduction. So that's the program I'm trying to run right now. When I go off into the real world, I can apply some of these things that I learned. Like with the programming, you do learn the language, how to program and everything, but it's also about like critical thinking and how do you get this piece to work with this piece and stuff like that.
I'm kind of new to this because they didn't open it up to 6th graders, but now that I've started doing it with Mr. Johnson, I know that it's fun and experiencing to learn how to program new things, and the aquaponics is going to be a great start to what we have here.
And there's just so many different things that you can do with STEM that, like, we're going to use these little computers to run the aquaponics. So just being that there's so many different ways that you're able to use it makes it very interesting to me.
So what you're doing here is a very basic skill that'll serve you well going on, because manufacturing, as my generation remembers that, in the steel mills and the coal mill, is totally different now. It's very important that you have some of these programming and computer skills in order to do. Again, we were just across the river to the duck company, DMI, and they actually had a laser cutter over there. You guys have been there? Okay, so you know that you would have to be able to program that to do it. So hats off, you guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate the opportunity to come visit, and more importantly is get a chance to show the rest of the Mon Valley and the Commonwealth how special it is here at Charleroi Area School. We're continuing our tour here at Charleroi Area School District, and I'm with Caitlin, and we're in the STEM area of the high school, and Caitlin is nice enough to give us a tour and also explain and introduce some of her fellow students here. Caitlin, what do we have going on here?
This is probably our newest addition to the STEM club here at the high school. It's a laser engraver. Right now it is engraving a piece of wood with the lasers. We're still experimenting with it because we just got it a couple weeks ago, so this is something that we did earlier with it. So we're still experimenting with it to see what all we can do with it.
What area do we want to go to next?
I can take you back to see our drones that we have here. So we have 3 drones here at the high school. This is our newest addition. That's our latest, most modern one. And then we have another one back there. That's the in-between one. And this is our oldest one. And this is Hannah. She's also a member of the drone team.
Hannah, do you want to explain or tell us why do you have
We use them for different activities that we do. So like we started out with that one and we were able to like go above the stadium and take pictures and things. And then we were lucky enough to also get this one where we were able to film a halftime show at the
one of our football games.
At one of our football games, and then we were also able to fly above the old Atlas building down in Charleroi and help out in that way. And then we just got this one, and one of the cameras we can actually see in
thermal imaging.
Yeah, thermal imaging.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Hannah, I wanted to kind of share, you mentioned the Atlas building. Do you know the story behind the Atlas building and what a role you all played at the Atlas building? For the audience that doesn't know, they were having a problem getting permission to pull that building down. And our students here in Charleroi came up with the idea to fly the drone above the Atlas building, go down in to demonstrate what a structural failure it was. I think within a 2-week or 3-week period, the permit was issued in an emergency basis and they were able to take it down. So I always like to share that story with people. That's why we're investing so much in our students here, not only in Charleroi, but throughout the district. So I thought I'd share that, Hannah. Thank you very much.
Over here with Savannah, we have one of our 3D printers. She can tell you what it's printing right now.
We're actually printing this. This was an idea we had for, thank you. This was an idea we had for one of our bots this year. We didn't pick it, but we took some stuff from it. And right now, it's printing a base layer, and then afterwards, it'll build every layer on top of that until it takes a while. But stuff comes through here, and it goes on 2 axes, and it prints stuff. And it's pretty cool, and we have 2 of them.
Yeah, we have another one back in that room, but it's not on.
We're accepting donations for more.
We always like when you get the plug-in, Hannah. Now, you're actually fabricating parts for the robot, correct?
Yeah. We
Very
made
good.
a piece for the battery to make connections. It's pretty cool.
Did you do the design work for the piece itself, or did you have something else that you were kind of working with?
It was kind of Mr. Erico's mission to do that, and he's been wanting to do it forever, so he kind of handled it.
Okay. Very good. Very exciting stuff. Thank you very much.
If I could, we also 3D printed propeller guards for our middle drone. It came with some, but we had an incident and our propeller guards broke, so we were actually able to use our 3D printers to print more prop guards. We differentiated the colors so that we could tell the front of the drone from the back of the drone. And so that's another one of the uses we had for it.
Sarah, I might have to look into a 3D printer. I have lots of incidences. Very good. Hannah, thanks again.
All right, and then over here, this is the captain of our bot team and another member, and they're going to talk about our bot and the competition we go to.
I'm Madison Huschek. I'm the captain of the bot team. I'm a junior, and this is my 2nd year. And this is our bot from last year. We compete in the SWPA Bots IQ competition, and we have to build these from scratch and wire everything. She does all the wiring. And last year we came in 13th place out of, I think, 76 schools. And this year we're hoping to do better than that, so we're hopeful.
Hi, I'm Tegan Payne. I'm the wiring captain for our bot. You can see we've made leaps and bounds already from last year. We have kind of staggered motors, and so we took that idea and we made them linear. And you can tell this bot is already much smaller. So we're extremely hopeful for next year and this year. So yeah, thank you.
I want to really thank you all a lot. The competition was at California University last year, and I actually had the opportunity to take a good look at a lot of those robots out there. So coming in 16th? 13th, even better. So good luck this year, and I'm sure you guys will do fine. Thanks for sharing with us.
All right, so this is our display case. We do a bunch of different things for all of the rest of the students to see. Last year we did a Halloween display, we did a really big Christmas lights display, and Victoria can tell you what we're working on with it now.
So right now our goal is to create a snow globe inside our display case. So we've been experimenting with a bunch of different fans and trying to figure out what will work. Right now we have this switch where when turned on, it activates a blower to our goal is to have it blow up these pieces, but we need to fix the fan so it's closer and make so that it can actually go in. Also, we're going to have two smaller fans in here to kind of create like a circle vent to make it going. And then along with this switch, when it's turned, it goes for 30 seconds. Not only will it turn on the fan, but it'll also turn on lights and music so that when someone outside of the display case switches it on, then the display case will start blowing snow, playing music, and flashing lights. And so it just makes a pretty thing for the students to enjoy.
I want to thank Victoria. I don't know if you remember, but you were on the original team that we did the tour through the high school, and I really enjoyed that, and it motivated me so much that we then went to all the other school districts and did tours much like you did. So you guys sort of started the ball rolling, and that sort of led from one thing to another where now we have the Student Involvement Initiative. So I want to really personally thank you and your team that took us on that tour. It meant a lot. Thank you. As we continue, we're back with our middle school students, and they're working on their bot, and we've kind of elected Colton by default to kind of explain to us what the group is doing and a little bit about it. Colton?
So we are Charleroi middle school bot team. There's about 10 different high school teams, and what we're doing is we're putting together a smaller version of what the high schoolers do. And next year in the spring, we're going to do a competition to see how everything works out.
What do you think? You're pretty positive about how good you guys are going to do, Colton?
Yeah, I put together this team myself. I chose people that I thought would be the most interested and would definitely be the most capable. So
that sounds like a really good leader. I don't look at you all as students. I look at you as future leaders. So it sounds like you have a lot of those good qualities. I was explaining to the high school team that I got to be the smartest one in the room by realizing that I wasn't the smartest person in the room, and I put smart people around me like yourself. So what were you looking for when you assembled your team? Were you looking for different skill sets?
Kind of. I was looking for people that would be very interested in it. I know a couple of people, a couple of friends that would be interested in it, but they wouldn't be willing to do the work. So I wanted a combination of interest and the willingness to put in the work.
Well, that's a really good idea, because throughout my life I found that if you find what you love to do and then you pursue that, you never work a day in your life because you're having fun. So definitely looks like your team is having fun. You've done an excellent job as a leader, and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys when you compete this year.
Sounds good.
As we continue on, we're here with Mr. Erico. He's a chemistry teacher and a lot of influence on these students that we've got to visit today. I must tell you, sir, you're doing an excellent job. You have some fine young leaders under your tutelage. Could you kind of explain a little bit further of what we're doing overall?
Well, I think for us being a small school, to give the students experience seeing a lot of high-end technology, things they wouldn't normally get to use in class, really excites the students. 3D printing, laser cutting, designing and making things from scratch is an experience they wouldn't normally get. So I think that's probably what excites students the most about STEM.
Oh, and I can tell you, we have the opportunity and the position to go to different industries. We were just over at DMI, I think about a week or so ago. They had the laser printer, they had all the different things. So you're doing an excellent job preparing them for future endeavors, you know, exposing them to the different computers and, you know, the mechanics of everything. So congratulations, you're doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Of course, we know everywhere in the 49th and in southwestern Pennsylvania we have excellent teachers. Thank you again.
Thanks.
And we continue our tour. We're in shop class here, and this is really interesting. I remember a long time ago in high school, I had a lot of fun in wood shop, and we had metal shop at that time. But today we're here with Bruce. Bruce is a senior at Charleroi, and Bruce, tell us a little bit about what you have going on here in the shop.
Well, we got a CNC machine here, and it cuts out designs and all sorts of stuff into wood and other materials. And right now we're going to cut a design into this top. So what we do, we come over here, hit run, then UDisk file, which is this thing on here. Then, back that up. We're going to select that, Tech 1, then the holes, that, and then this starts the timer. We're not going to run the vacuum on here because just show you how it works.
Bruce, this looks like a really fun machine. I don't remember programming any saw I ever used back in high school, so this is really impressive.
Yeah.
Now it's doing the holes right now, correct?
Yeah.
I was just recently in a plant not too long ago across the river, DMI. They do duct work, and they had a similar machine to this. It was a laser cutter, but the concept was basically the same. Now, on the programming, is that something that you have to program in, or?
Yeah, we do that in the classroom back there.
Okay, very good.
It's all on a separate computer. We run it on a separate software system.
Okay, very good. So in essence, what we're doing here is you used your computer skills to go ahead and create the program and then program the machine so it actually knows it can replicate over and over again doing the same task.
Yep.
Very good. What's the most challenging program you ever worked on in shop?
Probably this, because this is the newest one.
Cool.
But it's like you keep doing it, you get the hang of it.
Trial and error is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, how long will it take to do this one piece, roughly?
Probably about like 5 minutes.
Okay. Then once you finish, I notice you have a jig there. You just pull that piece of wood out, replace another, program it off, and off we go again.
Yep.
Very good.
As long as it's the same thickness and density of the material, we don't have to count it for anything else.
Very good. Notice you have one over here. That's really impressive. Now that's a logo that you all did. Very impressive. We also have this. Bruce, I want to thank you so much for showing and demonstrating that. It really is impressive, and I'm sure it's something that you'll be able to use down the road in your future. We have a special treat here. We, of course, announced the Student Involvement Initiative back in September, and we were well represented. I think we have 9 Alex from the Charleroi area, but Alex has volunteered and is working on our student initiative involvement, and we thought we'd give him the opportunity just to kind of share with us what they've done so far and maybe some of the things he's learned and discovered since we started. Alex?
So do you know the video for Pittsburgh?
Yes.
The one, what is it?
Allegheny Conference,
yeah.
where they did the visit Pittsburgh.
We were thinking about doing like a video of kind of like that same sort of thing. And at the beginning of the video, we would have like a picture of lookout, like the sun coming up. And then at like the end, the sun would go down. And we would show all the good things that are in Charleroi and stuff like that.
Very good. Sounds very exciting. What have you found out about Charleroi so far?
Well, we found out that it used to be a glass factory. There used to be like a ton of glass factories around, and I don't know. We were just thinking about the places where we can make like a sports complex somewhere, and instead of going to like the YMCA, we can have like a basketball court. You know the old high school stadium?
Yes, sir.
We can make one like there and make basketball and soccer field and stuff like that.
It's really exciting to hear you all, future leaders in our area, discovering some of the history. And I think when we met, we talked about back in the day when it was Charleroi, and this is where you came to do your shopping and everything. Now, you've built your team. I think the first time we got together, we had 4 or 5. I understand you're up a little above that now.
I think we have like 8.
8. Okay, very good. And we're real excited because all our students are going to have the opportunity in January on the 25th. We're going to do a AAA event, activities, assets, and attractions, and the students are going to present what they've found to date. So it sounds like you guys took me to heart. We're looking at the community from the outside in instead of inside out. Anything last minute things you want to share with us?
Other than we have a music studio, I guess, in our library, and we were going to use that for the video that we were going to make.
Yep. I've been hearing a lot of sneak previews from Brian in my office, so I'm really excited for you guys, and we really look forward to it. Thanks.
Look forward to it.
Yep. Well, as we continue our tour, we're now in what I remembered in my day as being a library, but it's not a library anymore. It's kind of upgraded to a very special place, and we want to share what is it today.
So today we're changing the notion of what a library is. We're talking about the Cougar Literacy Cafe. Nowadays our students are in the generation of Google where they want information now. So the aspect of coming to a library, looking in a library catalog, finding a book, and then doing the research has kind of been outdated. So we wanted to take this a step further and create an atmosphere where students can come to the Literacy Cafe, grab a snack, sit at a table, use a Chromebook, and they can socialize, they can do some studying, they can do some reading on the Chromebooks while they're eating something. So we basically kind of like a Starbucks type of atmosphere. So we want kids to be able to come down to this site and be able to mingle and enjoy themselves as they do their research.
This is one of the newer additions to our cafe, and it's really a special place.
It is. This is a recording studio, state-of-the-art recording studio that our students are very fortunate to be able to come in and use and record their own music, record sound over for their PowerPoint presentations. We have the state-of-the-art equipment, as you can see in front of you, and then we have a soundproof room where students can come in and actually use the state-of-the-art microphones to be able to transfer the music into the computer and be able to do voiceovers, things of that nature. This is the first phase of this recording studio. The second phase is we're going to be working on trying to get funds to do the video portion where students are going to be doing some video editing and different things in this room. Our course teacher, she stays after school once a month and we have about 20 students usually come in at the end of the day, and they really just come in here and they just make the magic happen. And it's pretty incredible. This is just one part where students are learning what the Literacy Cafe is all about. We have lounge areas with couches, and we'll have television on with current news events. We have a state-of-the-art smartboard with a classroom set of Chromebooks to where students and teachers can really take the technology to the next level. All of this helps enrich their education here at Charleroi.
I really want to thank you, Principal Brewer, for taking us on the tour, and please extend our appreciation and thanks to all the students and the teachers that participated today. I hope everybody enjoys it.
It's a great pleasure having you here today. You know, it's a wonderful thing for us to be able to showcase our talented students, and it's been a remarkable journey so far, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Well, every time I come up here, I always find it an experience, and a positive one at that. So we want to invite people to come visit the Mon Valley. It's a wonderful place to raise your family, visit, or better yet, come here and do some business.